All right, all right. Praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakahak Wadash. Double honors to the elders of Israel. Double honors to the elders of Israel. I want to you very beautiful Akim that's believing the truth, pushing the truth throughout the four winds of the earth. I want to you very few Akwaf, which listen and learn in quietness. The brother Mark coming out, Lord willing, with edifying video. It's your brother Ahmad out of Jacksonville, Florida. Salaki, tired. Anyway, hey, Shalom, bro. Shalom. Shalom, Yahabashah, Shabrakatah. Shalom to you, brothers and sisters. I don't think I said it. Shalom. Lord willing, the day was edified through the Spirit. But I titled this one No Fault Divorce, which came from that the Project 2025 that they got in there. That's where that comes from, No Fault Divorce. So basically, I have a video. I'm gonna let it play, let it break it down. But Esau pretty much making it easy for these hoes. Yes, we said it. These hoes to pretty much not be held accountable and get out of the marriage. So let me get my video here. Pull it up. We're gonna jump right into it because we gotta write some stuff down after this. Let's get it up here. And matter of fact, let me see something. Let's stop. Put it on this screen. There we go. Now, so anyway, as you see, some conservatives lawmakers want to end no-fault divorce. Here's why. Let's play it.
States who want to end. Right now, couples in all 50 states who want to end their marriage can get what's called a no-fault divorce. Neither side has to prove that the other did something wrong, like committing adultery, abandoning their spouse, or treating them cruelly. But some Republican lawmakers in states want to get rid of it. They say it makes divorce too easy, and they say it's unfair to men since it's estimated that 69% of divorces in the United States are initiated by women. Joanna Grossman teaches family law at Southern Methodist University Dedman School of Law. So Joanna, what's the history of no-fault divorce? Where did it come from and why did it come into being?
So California was the first state to adopt no-fault in 1969 after about 200 years of every state using fault-based divorce. And it came about because California studied it and found something that probably most people in the field already knew, which is that the system didn't work, that fault-based divorces were often involved perjury and fabrication, that people were fleeing their jurisdictions to get divorced, and that it did very little to sort out between good marriages and bad marriages.
And what's been the result? What's changed because of it?
So when no-fault was first adopted in California, it then sort of started a revolution. And within 15 years, every single state had either switched completely to a no-fault system or added at least one no-fault ground. We saw some early effects, one of which was that the system of divorce became less troubled. There were fewer cases of obvious perjury and fabrication, et cetera. There were people who got out of marriages where they had been stuck. And then we also saw some real impacts on women. The female suicide rate went down dramatically. The female homicide rate by intimate partners went down dramatically, and the rate of domestic violence went down. Those were somewhat unexpected results, but clear impacts of the change.
Now, among the critics of no-fault divorce is J.D. Vance, who's Mr. Trump's new running mate. Now, here's what he's had to say about this in 2021, and this video is from Vice News.
This is one of the great tricks that I think the sexual revolution pulled on the American populace, which is this idea that, like, well, okay, these marriages were fundamentally, they were maybe even violent, but certainly they were unhappy. And so getting rid of them and making it easier for people to shift spouses like they change their underwear, that's going to make people happier in the long term.
Shift spouses like they change underwear. What do you say to that?
I mean, it's a pretty odd comparison since, of course, Most people have at most 2 or 3 spouses in a lifetime, and hopefully changing their underwear a little more often than that. But I think it really misses what no-fault divorce is. It did make it easier to get divorced, but for the most part, people were getting divorced anyway. It's just they were jumping through hoops to do it. And what we have found is that no-fault is a better fit for our society's ideas about marriage. People get divorced because they think so highly of marriage. And if the marriage, they want to be able to get out and often go on to a new marriage. So I think it's just sort of missing the point about the relationship between divorce law and people's happiness or even the stability of marriage.
What do you make of the argument that no-fault divorce deprives men of due process because most divorces are initiated by women?
So divorces have always been initiated more often by women, going back all the way to the very first divorce laws in after the Revolution. And that's by and large because marriage is an institution that works less well for women than it does for men. The idea of a due process claim is pretty weak because what they're really saying is that a man has a right to stay married to someone over her objection. There is no recognized support in the law for that kind of a concept. So I think what they're frustrated with is this feeling that maybe women have too much autonomy and too much power, and that changing the divorce laws might be a way to pull that back. But I think there's really very little relation between the two.
Why?
And that's what I want to get, that part there. So you pretty much get it, man. I mean, this, see, you know, and women, that's why they're, they, man, that's why you women, man, you got a lot to pay for, man. And, you know, it's crazy because Esau is admitting to, 69%, which, you know, shocking, I think is more than that, quite honestly. But women, you know, ask for a divorce. Women ask to walk out of a relationship, man. Or not ask. A lot of them, they don't even ask. They just do it. They don't want the relationship. They throw away their marriage. Let me start off with this. Look at this, man. Malachi. So I want to get this because you got, you know, this new generation. Oh man, we don't want to, you know, we get a divorce. We should be able to get a divorce. If you're not happy, you know, that's how women talk. We should get divorced if I'm not happy. What if I'm not happy? What if I'm not satisfied? Malachi 3:6, it says, for I am the Lord. That's all caps. For I am Yahweh. I change not. I change not. Therefore, ye sons of Jacob are not consumed. It says, for I am Yahweh, I change not. When did Yahweh give you license? As the scriptures say, when did Yahweh Bashem Shai give you license to sin? When did he say, oh, it's okay to you, you know, that speaking to you women, because, you know, they said in the video, 69%. When Yahweh Bashem Shai said, okay, he gave you license to sin, when did he tell you that it was cool to come out your marriage, man? We'll wait. See, y'all be taking these scriptures and screwing them up yourselves, man. Y'all get on the prophets about y'all misinterpret the scriptures. No, we reading you what the scriptures thus said the Lord. Y'all be misinterpreting. You take the scriptures and twist it up for yourself. I didn't feel happy in that marriage, so I left that marriage and I went to the other marriage. I got my new man. Let's deal with this, man. Any movies, because, you know, it was in my spirit to do. So, you know, I said, let me just bring it out. So, start here. Romans 7:1. Know ye not, brethren, for I speak to them that know the law, how that the law have dominion over a man as long as he live. Wait a minute. The law have dominion over a man, not a woman, a man. Well, no, for man and woman, quite honestly. For man and woman, Salaki. For man and woman, as long as he liveth. It says, for the woman which have an husband is bound by the law to her husband. See, you're bound by the law to your husband, so long as he liveth. But if the husband be dead, she loose from the law of her husband. The only way you are loose from your husband if your husband back in the spiritual realm. What? No, the only way you loose from your husband is if you back in the spiritual realm. What like y'all have made it so y'all trying to make it normal to just jump from rod to rod. That's why this is how I said Esau's rulership, man. This place has got to go. It's got to be burned up, fried up, man. This place is just all out wicked because the wickedness of this place. You women, you've been given so much liberty to gad abroad, and it's not even funny anymore, man. Quite honestly, you see in your face, and we just imagine just busting your face, just busting your face in, man, because you're a blasphemer of this word, man. Verse 3, it says, "So then, if while her husband liveth, she be married to another man, she shall be called an adulteress. But if her husband be dead, she is free from the law, so that she is no adulteress, though she be married to another man." So that's the only way. If your husband gone, you get what I'm saying? Guess what? You get with another man, you ain't no adulteress. But if your husband alive and you left that man and you with another dude, that's adultery. That's adultery. That's why Yahweh Shai, this is an adultery generation, man. Bunch of backsliders, bunch of liars. Because you Jakes, y'all don't stand on the word, but you'll go stand on so-called business, but you don't stand on the word 10 toes down. You stand on Esau business. It's just crazy, man. It's just crazy to me. Let me get this. I'm gonna get this other one. You don't stand on business, man. You stand on you stand on Esau rulership and his ways. 1 Corinthians 7:10. "To the married I give this command, not I, but the Lord. A wife must not separate from her husband, but if she does, she must remain unmarried or else be reconciled to her husband. And a husband must not divorce his wife." Now you have situations going into this. You have situations, let's say your husband beating the shit out of you. Your husband could be a 2/3 Jake. Your husband, probably get you in some messed up situations because he got problems that he's dealing with, right? Well, guess what it says? If you leave, you gotta guess what it says. But if she does, she must remain unmarried. That means, and for just in case you noobs don't know, Genesis 24:7, sex is marriage. Sex is marriage. So you gotta remain untouched. That's what this is going to. You can't go hop from rod to rod. You can't have sex with another man. You gotta remain untouched. You can't be thinking about another dude. You can't be looking at a man's body. You can't kiss a dude. You can't hold a man's hand. You got to go to your mama's house. You got to stay with your sister just to get away from the abusing man. What you're supposed to do, you're supposed to pray to Yahweh Shai to put the spirit on that brother to repent and, calm him down and let him see of his evil ways. Not just, oh, look that nigga, I'm going to the next dude. Look that nigga, I'm going to the next dude. Or dudes that don't even do nothing. They take care of business. You just up and leave because it was boring. Like what Tia said, Tia Marley. She graduated from her marriage. What the hell does that mean? And you got these slow belly ass women believe that shit. Yes, I'm ready for the next level. I left my old husband 20 years. 10 years, and I got a new one. It's time to do something new. These women, they backwards, man. The scripture said you're supposed to reconcile back to your husband. You're supposed to go back to him, no matter what it is. No matter what it is, you're supposed to take your ass back. And that's why these women are fighting. They're fighting so hard for that woman rights stuff, man. That's why they pushing for that, because they want liberty to gad abroad, man. That's all it is, man. Let me let you watch this short clip, man. Listen to Eve, man, on this video. Just showing you how much more we been here, man. Eve and Jake's in period, man. Men and women. And then these little GMO babies, they waxing worse and worse, man. They waxing worse and worse, man.
Fair split between partners in divorce. I'm the perfect person.
You are.
Because, and please school me. Because I'm a hold you. Listen, baby, I want straight up 100%. You can do what you got to do. You can move on next. At least I'm going to take it 60-40. I'm really an 80-20 kind of girl. 70-30 minimum, but 60-40 is like my flat line. So yeah, 60-40.
Yo, I'm not
I'm not joking.
I'm not
School me
equitable.
off air.
I'm not equitable. Yeah, I'm not fair. It's a divorce.
I agree 100-0 in my favor.
100.
Look at that. Dumb man. Look at that. He look slow belly. He looks slow. And you know what? Shit, he could be a Jake. But he looks slow as fuck. Old mid had a face ass, man. You know, he encouraged, man. He be encouraging these, man. Truth. Lord gonna get busy on Jakes, man. Because you make this word blasphemy, man. You take your Habashan shot for granted, man. You know. But you see what Eve's thinking, this queen. He said, I'm not fair at all. I'm gonna take what I need to take. I ain't fair at all. And that's how they think here, man. That's how they think. That's why we tell you brothers, man, especially to you new brothers, listen, don't be going down to the courthouse and be trying to go marry no Eve on black and white paperwork. Don't you know that's a trap? That's Esau's way of putting over you. Sex is marriage, man. And quite honestly, our wives ain't even our wives, man. The scriptures clearly say, let's get this. Let's pull this up. Our wives ain't even really our wives, man. You got to understand that. Judges 5:11. They that are delivered from the noise of archers in the places of drawn, there should they rehearse the righteous acts. The archers, delivered from the noise of the archers in the places of drawn roar. The missiles that's coming here, man. This is the place that we were going to have to rehearse all our laws, try to rehearse our laws and statute commandments to the best of our ability. Even going down to our ancient ways, our heritage, rehearsing marriages again. The Lord give you a situation, you're supposed to rehearse and try to do the thing to the best of your ability. Speaking on marriages, if the Lord give you a marriage, man, you're supposed to honor that thing. If you was a hoe in your past life, not past life, if you was a hoe in the world before this truth, when you come into the truth, you're supposed to rehearse on submitting to one man. Submit to one man. You're supposed to be rehearsing the righteous acts of the Lord, man. But see, that's why we say women, they don't want to hear that, man. When they don't want to hear that. They don't want to hear that, man. That's why we say, this is what I'm telling brothers, man. The best thing you can do for yourself, keep your eyes on your Habashan shot. Because quite honestly, people don't understand, and this is what your brothers got to understand. And I'm understanding more and more. I'm not even exempt for this either, man. Even me, I'm understanding more and more. Guess what? The Lord is using us to mark 2/3 Jakes, man. And mark heathens. Lord willing, if we have that number, man, and we're being used to mark, 2/3 Jakes and heathens. So let's just say if you in a so-called situationship, and you got a woman that you're dealing with, and you've been with her for a minute, next thing you know, she bug out, she gone. Don't take it personal. Think that is not strange. That's why the scriptures was written for a time for our learning, because you understand that, guess what? If the Lord move a person, man, if the Lord move him, he move him for your benefit. And quite honestly, the only reason why the Lord had him with you that long, especially if you was in the truth, just so they can be marked. See, people don't understand, man. They don't get what they're a part of. That's why we tell Jakes all the time, you don't understand what you're part of. You think when you see brothers on these videos, epistles, you're just looking at brothers normal. You look at the elders and apostles of GMS normal. You look at the brothers of GMS normal. You get what I'm saying? You're looking at, no. The Lord is dealing with his men, And you Eves, man, hey, you being set up by Yahweh Shai. You want to keep jumping around from rod to rod? Don't worry. Let me get he said, I'm taking 100%. She said, I'm taking 100%. When it the scriptures clearly say, when a man gets a woman, he gets a possession, man. Let's get that. Ecclesiastic 6:24. He that getteth a wife beginneth a possession, a help like unto himself, and a pillar of rest. See? You get a help, you get a possession. What a possession? That means ownership. Going back to Genesis in 3:16, that man got dominion over you. That means he rules over you. What is this? You think you can just up and leave and do what you want to do? Where you get that from, man? That's why I see Yahweh Shai go, understand that Yahweh Shai is setting 2/3 up. They're getting marked, man. Regardless how they feel, whatever they believe, they don't believe what we talking about. It don't matter. Jakes is getting marked. You know, they're getting marked. Let me get now, because I want to get this. Because you know, I said something earlier as far as if a dude, you might have this is for the hopeful sisters or the newbie sisters that wake up. You know what I'm saying? You might have like a husband that you're dealing with, and you really don't even want to be with him because he wicked as hell. He don't believe in the truth. He don't want to hear nothing about the truth. You get what I'm saying? And he just love being in the world. Well, just to give you hope, because at the end of the day, guess what? You still gotta rehearse regardless. Even if it's a 2/3 J, you gotta still rehearse. That could be just your lot. That's your lot. You know, that's your lot. If you got a wicked 2/3 J, you gotta bear that lot. You gotta bear the indignation. Let me get this, man. This is 1 Samuel 25, and I'm gonna drop down here. We're gonna start at 25. This is going into Abigail, and she had a husband named Nabal. And you know, when you read up here, when you start from up here, King David, this is going into how King David was, you know, pretty much he was looking after his sheep, his flock, you know, and taking care to make sure like no one robbed his sheep or anything. But you know, it came to a point where King David and his servants, they were hungry. So anyway, we're gonna jump down to it, verse 25. I'm gonna start at 25 and we'll read it all the way down. It's just going to show you how no matter what, you know, to you women, you can't leave a man no matter what. You got to sit there and deal with it until the Lord sees fit. If that man is wicked, guess what? He'll move him. But anyway, 1 Samuel 25, starting at 25. It says, I know Nabal is a wicked and ill-tempered man. Please don't pay any attention to him. Just as his name suggested. But I never even saw the young man you sent. Salaki, let me go back up because what I'm reading out of, it's also in the NLT. Salaki, I'm supposed to say that, but it's in the NLT. But anyway, start over. 1 Samuel 25 and 25. I know Nabal is a wicked and ill-tempered man. Please don't pay any attention to him. He is a fool, just as his name suggested. But I never even saw the young man you sent. Oh, Lord, as surely as the Lord lives and you yourself live, since the Lord has kept you from murdering and taking vengeance into your own hands, let all your enemies and those who try to harm you be as cursed as Nabal is. Now this his wife was telling King David, let them be cursed. Even her own husband, she threw her husband in that. Because she knew her husband was wicked, you know. He's a fool. She knew her husband was a fool. He was wicked. You get what I'm saying? Her husband ain't feared King David. He was talking proud, you know, when you go read back up. But he was talking proud. But anyway, it says, and here is a present that I, your servant, have brought to you and your young men. Please forgive me if I have offended you in any way. The Lord will surely reward you with a lasting tenacity, for you are fighting the Lord's battles, and you have not done wrong throughout your entire life. So she telling King David, look, I heard the stories about how the Lord is dealing with you. Everything, I done heard how many battles, how many you done slain. So, you know, she's honoring King David. Meanwhile, her husband was talking shit, right? That's just like today. You got, you trying to rehearse the truth, right? But then you might have a wicked 2/3 J. Man, you still listening to them niggas, man. You still listening to that shit. Man, look, hey, man, listen, man. We supposed to go to church. We got to believe in Jesus. I don't even believe in God. You know, just be going off, man. You know, you got wicked 2/3 Jakes out here, man. You know, it says, verse 29, even when you are chased by those who seek to kill, your life is safe in the care of the Lord, your God. Right? Secure in his treasure porch, but the lives of your enemies will disappear like stones shot from a sling. When the Lord has done all he promised and has made you leader of Israel, don't let this be a blemish on your record. Then your conscience won't have to bear the straggling burden of needless bloodshed and vengeance. And when the Lord has done these great things for you, please remember me, your servant. But see, she was, listen, when Nabal, her husband, said what he said, you know, King David was like, he told his man, hey, saddle up. He said, what? Hey, man, I've been out here keeping his sheep, looking after him, making sure nothing got stolen. And he said, what? Hey, y'all saddle up, man. Get them swords. We about to go pay this nigga a visit. King David was ready to kill everybody in his household. Nabal, his wife, if they had children, anything, you know, servants, he's gonna kill everybody. But this is Nabal's wife. She playing with David, like, listen, I didn't even see your man's servants. I'm so sorry. Listen, she bought, and it's gonna go into it. It says David replied to Abigail, verse 32. David replied to Abigail, praise the Lord, thy God of Israel, who has sent you to meet me today. Thank God for you, your good sense. See, they're telling you, hey, you got good sense. Bless you for keeping me from murdering and from carrying out vengeance with my own hands. For I swear by the Lord, the God of Israel, who has kept me from hurting you, that if you had not hurried out to meet me, not one of Nabal's men would still be alive tomorrow morning. See, so King David letting her know, hey, listen, he was ready to come sweep through. Then it says, then David accepted her present, told her, return home in peace. I have heard what you said. He will not kill your husband. Abigail arrived home. She found that Nabal was a big party and was celebrating like a king. He was very drunk, so she didn't tell him anything about her David until dawn. The next day in the morning, when Nabal was sober, his wife told him what had happened. So this is her. Hey, she told him because remember, if she didn't say anything, that would be wicked on her part. So she had to let him know that, hey, I went and talked to King David. You get what I'm saying? Because remember, the scriptures clearly tell us you're not supposed to sit with another man's wife. You get what I'm saying? It tells you that in the book of, what is that? The book of Sirach, if I'm not mistaken, I believe it's chapter 9, starting at verse 2. But anyway, it says Nabal was sober. Well, it says in the morning, when Nabal was sober, his wife told him what had happened. As a result, he had a stroke. So all she did was had a conversation with him, telling him about how she went and visit King David and told him what was going on. And guess what? Yahweh Shai did? Gave that nigga a stroke. He lay paralyzed on his bed like a stone. About 10 days later, the Lord struck him and he died. Just showing you women, if you're dealing with a 2/3 J, guess what? You got to bear that lot. You can't just throw him away. You can't do that. And then it's in the scriptures too. It says if you got a husband that chooses to dwell with you, you can't put him away. You can't get mad. Pray to Yahweh Shai, send them brothers videos, and pray that the Lord deal with them. They said, but see what happened. Because you got sisters that got they probably got 2/3 Jake men. Well, hold on, because right here it says David marries Abigail. When David heard that Nabal was dead, he said, praise the Lord who has avenged the insult I received from Nabal and has kept me from doing it myself, has received the punishment for his sin. Then David sent message to Abigail to ask her to become his wife. See? So you women that might have 2/3 Jakes, hey, hold on, you never know. Because the Lord can kill him and then put you with a man of the Lord. There are situations like that happen, so that's, wanted to bring that out, Lord willing, just for edification's sake, because, like I said, we gotta bring it out, man. These women, they think that they so-called, they doing what they want to do, gathering abroad. Scripture say, the woman that live in pleasure is dead as she lived, roughly paraphrasing, because these women think that they just off standards, man. Nah, you've been set up to be put to death. Also, just to show you that this is why we got to get out of here, because it's not no this. Let me get this. Because when you commit adultery, you leaving a marriage. It wasn't no leaving a marriage in the ancient days. Your ass was getting put to death, man. Just showing you. Deuteronomy 22, starting at 16. It says, and the damsel father shall say unto the elders, I gave my daughter unto this man to wife, and he hated her. And lo, he have given occasion of speeches against her, saying, I found not thy daughter a maid, and yet these are the tokens of my daughter's virginity. And they shall spread the cloth before the elders of the city. Now the cloths represent the white sheets on the bed on a woman, and she become your wife. This is going to, hey, she had to be a virgin. You put white cloths down because when you go into her, she's supposed to bleed. That blood gets on the sheets, and then you give them sheets supposed to be given to the father, her father, and that was like how today, like Esau got his paperwork. That was pretty much, that's like your paperwork stating that, hey, listen, I'm married to this woman, and the sheets went to the father-in-law just in case you wanted, lie and say, hey man, that ain't mine. I don't know who that is. See, we didn't do that in the ancient days, man. That was unheard of, because if you was caught doing that or thought about doing that, just listen. It says, and the elders of the city shall take that man and casting him, and they shall immerse him in 100 shekels of silver, and give them unto the father of the damsel, because he have bought upon an evil name upon the virgin of Israel, and she shall be his wife. He may not put her away all his days. But if this thing be true, and the tokens of virginity be not found for the damsel, then they shall bring out the damsel to the door of her father's house, and the men of her city shall stone her with stones, that she die, because she have wrought folly in Israel to play the whore in her father's house. So shall thou put evil away from among you. See? So if you ain't bleed on them sheets, you know what was coming. Hey, go get them rocks. Take her ass, tie up to that tree right there. We were going, hey, ground turkey, ground beef that day. Your face was going to look like a pack of ground turkey, man. Not vacuum packed Walmart shelf, no. Straight dirt shelf, man. Your face is going to look like ground beef. All them stones hitting your face. See, that's why women, they're doing what they're doing now, because see, there's no accountability leaving their marriages. This is why they do what they do, and this is why they love Esau's queendom. This is why we tell you, brothers, if you can, man, don't go take these hoes down to the courthouses and trying to get paperwork on them. Don't do it. Save yourself a headache, man, because listen, you only putting her over you, and Esau got it set up. Well, guess what? You walk away, you taking them kids, and she putting you on child support, and don't let you be married to her over than 10 years or 7 years. In some other, states, they have it to where even if you didn't have a personal marriage, you can still get some type of like alimony and stuff. Don't let it be that, man, because courts favor it for the women, not for us men, But see, like I said, to you hard-headed ass women, guess what? It don't matter if you even leave and you're gone, you all out there in the streets. See, we don't care, because see, all the Lord did was mark you. That's how we try to tell you. You 2/3, you don't even understand what's going on, man. Hey, how about Sean Shai is using his men to mark your ass, man? Everybody got to get marked. Everybody, and all of us got cases on us. This is why we repent. This is why we rehearse. You supposed to be rehearsing righteous acts. If you got a man, it ain't no, he not the man for me. He a little short. He got a small. His sex. It ain't, man. The Lord ain't hearing none of that, man. You supposed to be rehearsing righteousness. Your ass supposed to be with that man regardless. It ain't no you just jump out and no, man. No. Your ass was getting put to death, man. And that's what's coming back. Lord, that's what's coming back. You women that's leaving your husbands and you throwing your husbands away, or are you tiptoeing? Because see now is the women from ancient times back then, man. You see these women, these are women today that's so-called leaving their marriages, did 10 to 20 years. These are women from the ancient days that when they was with their husband and they seen other men out there, they had the thought in their mind. So the Lord just bought them back. You know what I'm saying? Bought them back. Now you get to play out what your thought was here in Babylon, and then the Lord gonna kill you. And see, you Jace, man, y'all won't stop with your folly and your wickedness. But don't worry, there's a sword with your name coming. There's a sword with your name on it, man. So anyway, I believe that's all I had. Let me make sure. You know, but they like I said, they want to make it easy to get out your marriages. You know, with this video, the woman they trying to fight against this because now it's putting a stop to that bullshit. Oh man, that's why they don't like that JD. Ecclesiasticus from Worthy Freedom, Ecclesiasticus 23 and 22. Thou shalt it go also with the wife that leaveth her, bringeth in an error by another. Verse 23, it says, she have disobeyed the law of the Most High, and secondly, she have trespassed her own husband, and thirdly, she have played the whore in adultery and bought children by another man. See, this is all up and down Babylon. These hoes, they'll leave you and bring it. Hey, these hoes will fuck you. Don't tell you that they will fuck us, and then you think the child is yours. Meanwhile, that child is a whole nother dude child, man. There's so many videos on the algorithm now, man, on TikTok, YouTube, Facebook, of Jake's thinking that the child was theirs for 20 years, 11 years, 7 years, 5 years, 3 months. Come to find out that ain't even his child. That ain't even his son, his daughter. That's a whole nother man's child you taking care of, man. The wickedness. This is why the scriptures say, yep, matter of fact, let me get it. I'm gonna get it. Let me get it. As a matter of fact, hold on. I'm gonna get it. I must get it. Just bear with me. This is why the scriptures say this, man. Sirach. Let me get it. Let's see. Where is it? Yeah, here we go. Yeah, I'm gonna read this. Hey, this is why the scriptures say this, man. Ain't no getting around this, man. Ain't no getting around this. This is why the scriptures say this. Ecclesiasticus, the book of Sirach, 25 and 19. Book of Sirach, right? Ecclesiasticus, chapter 25 and verse 19. All wickedness is but little to the wickedness of a woman. All wickedness is but little to the wickedness of a woman. Wait a minute. All wickedness is but little to the wickedness of a woman. Let the portion of a sinner fall upon her. All wickedness is but little to the wickedness of a woman. What is that saying? This is why we try to tell you, Jason, man. Hey, the wickedest thing on this end is the goddamn woman, man. Thus said the Lord. Thus said the Lord. That's why you can't play with these hoes, man. Because they only thing on their mind. Themselves, man. Themselves. That's it. That's it. Shalom. I love you consistently. More power to and walk. Hey, Shadawan, bro. Shadawan. More power you want truth. Yeah. Shadawan, bro. Hey, Shadawan, brother Bob White. Shadawan, bro. Shadawan, y'all about Shan Shah. Yeah, man. Because it's serious, man. You know, like I said, hey, it's not what I'm saying, Lord willing. I'm just reading out of the scriptures, you know. This is why we do this, you know, for brothers and sisters to be edified. And then, you know, so you can have the precepts. You know, this is why we tell Akim, hey, don't just watch these videos, man. You know, hey, pause it, you know, whatever you got to do, you know, write the precepts down so you can have it stored away from yourself, you know, because we're coming into some crazy times, man. And, you know, you want to be built up with the word because remember, these people coming after us, man. You know, just know that, hey, you're making yourself a living sacrifice, you know, and that's going to come with, hey, that's going to come with all type of stuff. These people going to come after us, and you got to be willing to, hey, lay down your life for Yahweh Shem Shai, you know, and I mean, for some of us, hey, that's our lots, and there's no, but you got to be comforted through the scriptures that knowing that those that die in Yahweh Shem Shai, guess what? Lord willing, you just going straight into the chariot. Lord willing, because he going, hey, those that die in Yahweh Shai, you coming right back anyway. And then the brothers that still here, they're gonna meet you. They're gonna meet you in the chariots, as the scriptures say. So you just, you know, are we doing this, man? You know. Yeah. Hey, dealing with the same tribes. Yeah, bro. Dealing with different same old outcome. Yeah. Dealing with different tribes, same old outcome, man. It don't matter what it is, man. It don't matter what. Hey, that's young brother. Hey, what you just I hit you up on IG. I hit you up on IG, bro. I'm gonna ask you a question. I asked you on IG. I don't want to do it on here. But Lord willing, this is a edifying video. I pray that brothers and sisters is edified. Hey, it ain't no walking out of no marriage, man. You better get your act. You better be rehearsing. That goes for men and women. Today, you better be rehearsing at the end of this, man. Every day that you wake up, Wadi, how about your shot? You better be rehearsing, man. This is not a joke. These ain't games. These videos we doing, we're not doing them for likes and all. Hey, we doing it to warn you, We do it also, so you can be edified. You learn something new as we learn ourselves. Because we first and foremost, when you come to this truth, you're teaching yourself. You're sitting down watching videos. That's what I do. I watch videos. I watch breakdowns. I write, notebooks, keep your notes, write the notes down, go back and you study, man. Keep it playing in your spirit. That's another thing. We're rehearsing, staying in the spirit more and more. The more you rehearse this stuff, it just starts sticking. Because the times we you ain't gonna be able to just grab a Bible and just stop. Wait a minute. No, it's gotta be in you, man. These are the times we're coming into. But anyway, Lord willing is edifying. I don't want to sound like a dead horse, man. Pray you edified. May the blessing lesson be upon your household. It's your brother Ahmad out of Jacksonville, Florida. And Habatha to you, brothers and sisters. Also, make sure you face east and send curses up on this place, man. Pray against this place. Pray death, shed blood, and everything against this place, man. That's the spirit that we fighting for. That's the spirit that we, pushing, So, hey, shalom, 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 shalom.